How's it going, everybody? So, I'm super excited about this video. This is my first real, specialty coffee that's this expensive that I've ever bought before. I saw it on Instagram. There was a company called Kurasu. They are a roaster in Japan that found a way to get coffee from Yemen, a very special limited edition supply, because apparently getting coffee from Yemen is a bit of an ordeal. It's a little bit tricky to actually export in a way that you can really get quality from a particular farm, and a lot of different quality control issues in that regard. But these guys found a way to get a limited supply of beans. They roasted them, and there's all sorts of really cool flavors that we're going to be looking for. So you've got pineapple, passion fruit, you've got apple cider, you've got all, there's literally on here passion fruit bombs. So I'm actually pretty excited to see what a passion fruit bomb, what it tastes like. But this is a coffee company I've only been following on Instagram. I don't have any affiliation with them, and this is not a sponsored video. This is just something that I'm super excited about. I was able to get my hands on 100 grams, and 100 grams before shipping cost over $50. So I'm going to be using a pour over, V60 specifically. Reason being, it's one of my favorite methods for the amount of coffee that I use. I prefer to brew more coffee with a Chemex, and if I'm going to do smaller doses, I prefer the V60. So I'm going to be starting with a, 1 to 16, and I'm going to be grinding it probably at about 25 clicks on my Comandante. So a nice middle spot, at least the spot that I like to start at when it comes to coffee. I'm going to just really hope that I nail this the first time, because I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to get this right. But the plan is to make a cup and then kind of figure out what I'm getting from it. And then if I've gathered enough information, the plan is to make a really nice cup of coffee for my wife before she goes to work tomorrow using this. So here's hoping that it works out the way that I plan. Okay, so let's unbox this. I don't know why I'm using a spoon. I'm going to get a knife. That makes way more sense. All right, let's get into this box, shall we? First off, I love the packaging. I love their logo. All those little things, to me, the aesthetics are very important when it comes to the experience with coffee. Cut into this one more time. Put this off to the side. And here we go. Now, this coffee was roasted the 26th of February, and it's the 14th of March right now, so it's been a few weeks, but it's still definitely going to be in its prime, I'm sure. Oh my gosh, that is so aromatic. I was trying to ignore it to keep my composure for the camera, but as I'm just talking, I'm like, oh geez, look, smell that. Oh, yay. Okay, so this is not just going to be an overpriced cup of coffee. Oh, I'm so excited. It's very bright. I totally understand where the pineapple comes in. It is such a beautifully bright citric. Oh man, it is so fruity. I love it. This is going to drink a lot more like a tea than like a darker, nuttier type of coffee. And I'm totally fine with that. I can appreciate both flavor profiles, and I'm really looking forward to this one. Let's see here. Oh yeah, the beans have been roasted very nicely. I would say a decent consistency. Yeah, I say enough staring at this stuff, and let's grind it up and put water on top of it and taste it. Now, something that I'm still contemplating is whether or not I want to compensate for that brightness and that fruitiness with a slower pour so that it doesn't come out really acidic. Obviously, it's going to be fruity, but it doesn't have to be sour to be fruity. And my concern is that there's going to be potential for this to taste a little under-extracted. So I think a slower pour this time around is going to make a little more sense. All right, we'll do 25 clicks. Yeah, I'm going to start at 200 degrees. That seems like a pretty safe bet. Because again, I'm not concerned about under extraction, but I don't want it to be too hot either. So I think 200 is a good starting point anyways. Okay, let's smell this stuff now that it's been freshly ground. Oh, not a lot of static. I'm getting chills. This is for real. Very, very good quality coffee. So good. Water's done. Oh, I'm kind of nervous. I'm actually for real nervous about this because I really want to get this right and I really want to respect this coffee. Because it is really, really good. It's very expensive. But, you know, you can buy things that are expensive that aren't good. And so it's, you know, I'm glad that this roaster so far is worthy of high praise in my opinion. Let's wet the filter. Okay, here we go. So, I'm going to go, got 14 grams in. I'm going to do 220 grams of water. Ugh, I'm like, I don't even have the coffee in there. I need to just chill out. It's okay, it's still just coffee. I say that. I don't believe that. Tearing the scale. Actually, what I'm going to do, so I do have the Acacia Pearl X, or S rather, excuse me. So I'm going to go to the version that'll actually also calculate your grams per second on your pour, just to kind of see if I was a little bit heavy-handed or a little bit too gentle. And we're going to start our timer. Ah, okay. I've never been so nervous about pouring a cup of coffee. Granted, this is the most expensive cup of coffee I've ever poured, so here we go. Start with the bloom phase. Go up to like 44 grams. Swirl it around a little bit, just let it release. All right, we're gonna pour 35 seconds. Starting in the middle, little circles. I've never been so aware of pouring a cup of coffee. I'm definitely keeping it under 6 grams per second. 222 grams, 225 grams at 1 minute and 13 seconds. I'm gonna give it a little bit of a swirl. I've also never exported coffee from somewhere so far away before. Oh geez, it's drawing down fast. Okay, it's slowing down. It's just really bright looking. The color is really, really bright looking. Okay, it's stabilizing a bit. I'm not scared, you're scared. Okay, so the water's kind of gone below the surface of the coffee bed at about 2 minutes and 47 seconds. So it took about like a minute and a half or so to draw down, which usually takes about a minute. But I don't know, I think it's a decent color. Okay, so gonna 60 out of the way, preheat the mug we're gonna be using. All right, and now, oh, it smells good. It's okay, I think we won, but let's find out. And one thing's for sure, with such complex flavors like passion fruit and pineapple and things like that, you better trust and believe that this coffee is going to evolve as it cools down. There's going to be like a window where it kind of hits its sweet spot and then it'll get a little cool. So right now it's probably still a little hot, but I'm just going to try it anyway. Let's give it a shot. A second sip is so important. it starts off like right out of the gate with a lot of flavor, and then kind of chills out from there, settles. There's a nice lingering finish though. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have to go in again. This is a lot to take in. And you know, when you read a package and you are told all the things you're supposed to taste, it's really hard to not go looking for those things and imagine you're tasting them. But even if it is a placebo, if it gets me to like the cup of coffee more, I don't know. I don't care. That's just so nice. It does drink a lot like tea. It might be a little bit thin. I don't know if I'd change the grind. Would I change the grind? Maybe, but the drawdown was pretty. It took a little bit of time. It took longer than normal, I feel like. And it kind of stopped towards the end. It got really, really slow, which kind of concerned me. I'm just wondering if it's just really bright or if it's acidic. I don't. Sometimes there's a fine line between like how it's supposed to taste versus, you know, something you might have done wrong, especially with coffees like this. No, that's awesome. That's really good. Yeah, I think we got it. Oh, I'm so relieved. Because it is a really finicky, like there's so much user error when it comes to trying to make a good cup of coffee with especially a percolation method. There's a little bit more wiggle room, in my opinion, with immersion methods, like, you know, if you're, depending on how you're going to use your AeroPress or a French press, different things like that. But, no, that is pleasant. And I'm so excited. So my wife tends to like kind of darker, chocolatey, nuttier notes, but I really do think she's going to be able to appreciate this. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's starting to hit that sweet spot. Oh. Oh, it's going to be so good. I'm going to try to get my brother to try it too, maybe tomorrow. But, okay. I think we got it. So, guys, this is the company. It is Kurasu. They prepared a coffee from Yemen. I'm sure they do very well with all their other coffees as well. I've never ordered anything from them before except for today. But yeah, let me know in the comments if there's a roaster that you want me to try, or if there's a limited edition of XYZ, or if you have a favorite roaster, please let me know. I'd love to check them out. I might not have heard of them before. I might have, but it would be great. I'd love to share the experiences with you. So I hope you have an awesome rest of your day. I hope you make excellent coffee at home. And yeah, I'll see you next time.